Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. I hope you guys have been doing well. I hope you guys have been taking care of yourself. I hope you guys have been living a happy, joyous life, smiling, enjoying yourselves, leaving people alone that don't need to be bothered. And I also hope you guys have been staying out of the way. Please slide to the side. Let big man do his thing. I definitely need space. Let's get it. So this is part 2. I am sorry. I apologize, guys. It's like for hours, right? Ain't nothing going on. It's all quiet. Things are quiet as can be, right? The moment you get on YouTube or the moment you get to filming, all kinds of stuff just out of nowhere. So I was interrupted, as you can hear the knock, you know what I'm saying? Someone was knocking on my door and I had to pause it. I paused it to recontinue, and the pause thing just said I was taking too long. So I apologize for that, guys. So this is part 2 of Massachusetts firearm laws. And so as I was saying when I left off, so definitely the 10 round capacity of your magazine definitely puts me, a law-abiding citizen, gun owner, at risk for having to stop and reload when I guess the criminal doesn't care about gun laws. So they're carrying 30, 50, 100 round drums and sticks, and I just happen to have to reload because state legislation says that I'm only limited to 10 rounds in my magazines, which they say it cuts casualties down. I don't think that it cuts casualties down when, you know, someone can walk into a grocery store with an AR-15 with a 100-round drum in it and just fire away while poor security guard or poor civilian with a firearm, with a lawful firearm that has that's limited to 10 rounds in their magazine, while they just keep firing away. I have to, you know what I'm saying, I have to get my magazine and put the magazine while he's just firing away. I'm getting shot up and shit like that. You know, legislation doesn't care about that. And how is that supposed to lessen casualties when he's just firing away and I'm limited to 10 rounds? Come on, guys. For a second, make that make sense, or just think about it. Just think about it. Take a minute. I'm actually going to take a moment of silence for you to think about the advantage of law-abiding citizens when it comes to mag round capacity. Do, 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 do. Are you done shooting me up now because I'm limited to 10 rounds? I'm just saying, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. It's just some of these laws that they come up with, you know what I'm saying, it's just really, some of them don't make sense, you know what I'm saying, and some of them even put the people that are trying to enforce the law at a disadvantage, you know what I'm saying. It's just, you know, it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying. So basically, in this category, and what I'm saying, where my argument is strongest is in a worst case multiple attacker or extended threat scenario, capacity limits can be at a disadvantage, and that can be, so also be so much true. And I am going to say that very slowly. So where my argument is the strongest, in a worst case multiple attacker or extended threat scenario, capacity limits can be a disadvantage for me or you. So that's what I'm basing this video on, and bringing out the fact that Massachusetts has some of the strictest gun laws in the United States, but also too it's also one of those states that has a low crime rate. It has a, for all, I'm not saying for different cities, I'm just saying as an all rounded state, it has a low crime rate other than these other states. But they make it seem like it has a low crime rate because of the strict gun laws. That's not the case, because the strict gun laws only limit law-abiding citizens like myself, you know what I'm saying? So when someone says, "Oh, the reason why your state has a low gun crime rate and this and that," it's not because of that. It's not because that they're strict on firearms. So 9 times out of 10, a person that's legally able to carry a firearm or that has a firearm, they're most likely, I'm not saying that it's not never going to happen or it never can't happen. They're most likely not walking around here breaking firearm laws. So once again, that puts the law-abiding citizens at a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Come on, think about this, guys. Um, are we on the same board here? You know what I'm saying? Comment down in that comment section and let me know what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? I welcome comments, you know what I'm saying? Definitely responding on here to different comments, so don't think that I'm not going to respond to you regardless on what your stance are on firearms. I'm specifically going over what the laws are in the state of Massachusetts, as different states vary on what the law is. And please, I am not a lawyer. If you really want to understand, please ask a lawyer or do research yourself. Don't just go by what I'm saying. I am not a lawyer and I am not giving you legal advice. So that my reasoning is not an unreasonable concern. It's part of why this issue is debated so heavily. The bigger reality of self-defense across the board, what consistently matters most: awareness, not getting caught off guard, avoiding bad situations when possible. That's another thing too. When you can avoid bad situations, and also I have to bring up the fact that in the state of Massachusetts, you have a duty to retreat. The only place that you do not have a duty to retreat is your home and your dwelling and where you sleep and where you rest at. There is no duty to retreat. So let me just go over what basically a duty is, a duty to retreat is. Like I said, I am not a lawyer. If you want to, you can go and check on these facts themselves. So when it comes to self-defense in the state of Massachusetts, if you can get out of the situation, you can leave. You have a duty to by state law. That's what basically a duty to retreat, castle doctrine, or whatever type of word or legal term you want to put on it. So if you can get out of a situation without having to use your firearm, you have to be an imminent threat, and you have to prove to prosecution when you're being prosecuted that you had no other means but to use your firearm to save your life because your life was in danger. Let me make that very clear. Very, very clear. Just because you have a firearm and just because you have a legal firearm and you're allowed to carry, even though they limited in your firearm to 10 rounds, you do have a duty to retreat. You just can't just be going around doing whatever you want to do. Like, for instance, shooting someone in the back after they're running away. Although law enforcement does it all the time to unarmed individuals, stop it. So we are in 8 minutes and 42 seconds into this video. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. All week long, I will be talking about Massachusetts gun laws and things of that sort. So definitely, if you enjoy the conversation, you want to get into a deep conversation, or if you have any ideas or comments that you want to say regarding Massachusetts firearm laws, and if you're a law-abiding citizens, I would love to hear from you, and let me know what we can do to change some of these disadvantages that give civilians like me and you the disadvantage to carry our firearms. We don't need, in the state of Massachusetts, more stricter gun laws. We need to deal with the problem at hand, and the problem may be different things, and we can go into the different problems. I'm not going to go on that on here or right now, but I'm going to definitely continue to speak out against the disadvantages and the strict gun laws that Massachusetts doesn't need, because this is not a problem state where we have a lot of gun crime and people breaking gun laws. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that people don't get caught with firearms that not supposed to have them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the overall picture of these strict gun laws that they just keep coming out with, also infringing on our 2A rights. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna let this video be very undrawn. I'm definitely gonna be talking about this and going deeper and spitting out more information and facts on gun laws and gun ownership in the state of Massachusetts. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. There's a part 1 and part 2. This is part 2. I got interrupted. Please excuse me. With that being said, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and carry on lawfully. Peace. I'm out.